All right. Hello, people from the internet. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's time to play some Crawl again. Yeah. I am going to try to finish the character tonight. Um, yeah. I pretty much only want to finish the character. I don't want to start a new one today. Let me shield the stream in the places where it's socially acceptable for me to do so, and we will start very soon. All right, I think that is good. So now all that we have to do is to actually play the game. Yeah, let's get out of here. Trunk play, transfer. There we are. It's loading. It loaded. All right, I'm ready to begin. Last time we saw this character, we were in Depths 1. We had a pretty good loadout already. Decent defenses for being an ogre, and pretty good resistances courtesy of the Scarf of Resistance that I found, and also a lot of willpower somehow. I did get I did get the willpower mutation. I also have a ring of willpower, but that is a lot of willpower that I wouldn't really expect to have. So yeah, and fortunately enough, this time we enter the depths and there's like no enemies immediately in my sight. It is kind of surprising. This seems like Marjorie's band, by the way. Hmm. Yeah, we can kill them really easily. We have Noxious Bogu, after all. Alright. Mm, yeah, 11% chance to miscast is okay. And all these guys are gonna get absolutely destroyed by Noxious Bogu. I see that I do not still have minimum delay on my Evening Star. It is a bit of an issue because, well, it's kind of late in the game. At this point, you kind of want to already have that at minimum delay, but it just didn't happen. Do those things fly? They don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird because it was not really taking damage from Noxious Bug. And Noxious Bug deals damage to the monster even if the monster is immune to poison. It's a pretty great spell. Oh, what is this? Okay, we're fine. I can just do that again. So yeah, we never found Ignite Poison with this character, but it's okay because we have Noxious Bogu. We eventually got that, and Noxious Bogu plus Ignite Poison is pretty decent, you know? It's on a similar level to... Oh, oh, that's not good. Oh man, that sucks. You know, I gave myself so much contamination with Irradiate, and it also happened the previous stream, and I just didn't keep it in mind. It would be nice if the game gave you a message when you cast Irradiate and you're at risk of actually getting contaminated, such as, hey, you're gonna get contaminated. Are you sure you want to do that? But yeah, it doesn't. Hello, Alexander. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. I am doing fine. Finishing this character that I started yesterday. It's feeling like a pretty good character, not gonna lie. I have a combination of pretty powerful spells to be able to survive. Like Noxious Bogu is excellent. Irradiate is also like a hard carry spell. Yeah, just a bunch of really fantastic spells to have for any character. And since I got Irradiate so early in the game, I was just able to survive. Um, okay, no malmutation this time around. Iron Shot. Do I care about that? Well, I would say no, because I already have Orb of Destruction. Not that I can really cast it yet, but it is within the plans to be able to cast it. It's just that I haven't gotten enough experience. Um, you gifted me a subscription. Yeah, I gave myself random subscriptions because I needed to get to 50. Because when you get to 50 subscribers for the first time ever, you unlock all your emote slots as an affiliate. So I just gave myself random subscriptions, and it seems that you got hit. So congratulations. I hope you enjoy the emotes. Um, I have all the emote slots that you can have as an affiliate now. It's pretty nice. Now, theoretically, in order for me to get more, I have to get to partner, but it's really not a possible thing for me to do. Like, I don't think anyone has ever gotten to partner streaming only roguelikes with no face cam. So yeah, I don't even think about that because I don't consider it to be possible. But yeah, I don't have to get to partner. It's something that I really don't consider to be possible. Like I've seen so many streamers that are like so much better than me and with like a lot more personality and like capability to entertain people that are not partners. So yeah, it's just like that. That ring is pretty decent. The cloak is also excellent. I cannot acquire the cloak, but the ring could be okay. The strength -5 could be kind of bad, however. Um, it would put me at 20 strength. It would also increase my dexterity somewhat. It also like it offers me willpower, resistance to electricity, wizardry. You know what? It's actually a very desirable ring now that I think about it. And we are obviously going to replace it with this 19, 10, 20. Yeah, that actually is pretty good. I'm very glad that I decided to do that. My success rates are now pretty good, and Orb of Destruction is getting within the realm of possibility. So even with the -5 strength, we are still able to cast things, and now we have resistance to electricity. So I don't really care about what armor I use now. Popularity is absurd. I don't really care. Well, I kind of care. Like the thing is that if I was to somehow become popular, I would be able to expose people to crawl, and I think that's pretty good because I like crawl, and I would like to see more people playing this, um, just to like keep it alive, that kind of stuff. But that's not only it. Of course, there's also like the factor of actually being able to make more money, maybe even like living amounts of money. As it is right now, even though I am unemployed, I've been able to like survive because of like previous life decisions that I made. But I'm not like wealthy by any means. I'm just like surviving. And yeah, I would like to actually, be able to afford nice stuff, maybe even computer upgrades. If things were to go extremely well over a very long period of time, maybe even something along the lines of a computer, or not a computer, but more like maybe a house or something. That would be like the dream scenario for me. But I don't think about it. Like it doesn't really matter. Um, Yeah, part of my life philosophy is actually not to crave for things that you won't be able to get, because that is, in my opinion, the source of unhappiness. Like if you desire things, and you know you're not gonna be able to get them no matter how much or how hard you work for them, or like no matter what you do, like that's just gonna make you unhappy. So I don't think about it too much. um, Instead of that, I try to focus on things that I can achieve, such as it might be a very silly goal compared to what I have been talking about, but like getting to 50 subscribers, I just saw that I had it within my reach and I decided to pull the trigger, and here we are. I now have all my emote slots, and it's kind of nice. And it's a very convenient thing for me to do because up until recently, prices for subscriptions in Mexico were like really expensive. Well, they were not really expensive, but they were like not scaled back compared to, or like taking into account Mexican economy and that kind of stuff. And now they are. So, so yeah, subscriptions in Mexico are cheaper. They're like 50% off if you're in Mexico or something along those lines. Much more affordable. And yeah, like I also took advantage of that, and that is why I decided to give myself all of those subscriptions. So yeah, talking about this character, we have a very powerful spellcaster with not negligible melee. Like with the protection buff, my armor class is very high. I don't have a lot of strength because I sacrificed some of it to be able to wear my or to be able to put on this ring, like this ring of wizardry, resistance to electricity, and willpower, and 6 dexterity. It's a pretty fantastic ring. The more I look at it, the more I realize how perfect it is for this character. Like that puts me well within reach of what's it called? Orb of Destruction. Yeah, Orb of Destruction is quite probably going to happen. Oh wow, you didn't die from that. Okay, it's fine. The situation is a bit awkward, inconvenient, annoying. Well, not really annoying, but more like it makes me nervous. That is probably the correct way to put it, because I don't have that much HP anymore, and there's like one stone giant that is not even poisoned. Well, it will be poisoned in a couple of turns. I wonder what I can do about it. Maybe magma. Okay, you miscast Bolt of Magma. What's my chance to succeed at it? Maybe I shouldn't even try to cast it. 5% chance to fail. Okay, so I should have casted it. But now that the Stone Giant is extremely poisoned, might as well go with Ignite Poison, which is something that I have, but I haven't really been using a lot. Come on, get over here. Stop doing that. Oh wow, there's like even more guys coming my way. Now things are getting pretty sketchy, you know? Ignition? Well, I would like to use that, but unfortunately, it's a level 8 spell. That is well outside of my reach. And I also, yeah, I have 11 fire magic. Maybe I could get Ignition. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm still receiving gifts from Behemoth, even though this is a character in the late game, it's like Depths 2. It's because I started as a Cinder Acolyte. So what that means is that you start as a worshipper of Ignis, which is a new god. Um, but you cannot go Ignis outside of starting as a Cinder Acolyte or getting Ignis from a faded altar. And when you go Ignis, whether it is by starting as a Cinder Acolyte or getting Ignis from a Fatal Altar, you get a lot of piety, but you cannot gain piety with Ignis. It's impossible to gain more piety with Ignis. So, yeah, Ignis is a finite resource. It's a very incredible design for a god that I never would have thought of. Like it's genius to me. I am astonished by that. It's very impressive, very cool. Okay, I wanted to create Fogu to like block the line of sight of the Titan, but it was probably not a good idea. Um, yeah, it has too much willpower for fear. Probably I should have gone with Fogu myself. Yeah, might as well do it. Well, now if I do it, the clouds are not gonna occupy these spaces, so it's not gonna do anything. I should have Wreath Fear the turn before instead of using Magma. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. So what do I do now? I don't have blinking. Yeah, that is something that I mentioned right at the end of the previous stream as what was probably going to be the greatest weakness of this character, the lack of blinking. Mm, this is worrisome. Really, really worrisome. Yikes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make a run for it. Yeah, okay, we're fine. We're fine now. I can just run to the stairs. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Shoutouts to Potions of Haste. You know, they used to call this Mikey Teleport, which means walking to the place where you want to teleport to real fast. Yeah, good old Mikey Teleport. And it's also like using very powerful consumable as a defensive item. In this case, that being haste. Haste is very powerful both offensively and defensively, as you can see. Oh, nice Laja tank. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive Laja tank. Obviously not something that I care about using, but I can appreciate it because it's a pretty good item. Fortunately for me, that makes the Tango River not be able to wear a shield, which theoretically would have let me hit it in melee, but I guess I can miss a lot. Okay, did you fly? Oh, air mages fly. I didn't know about it. Okay. What's your chance to paralyze me? 0%. You love to see it. Beautiful. Oh, you don't fly. For some reason, like some things that I wouldn't expect to fly, they fly, and some things that I would be like, oh yeah, it's a vampire. Of course it flies. They don't fly. It's so weird. All right. As you can see, Noxious Bug is a beautiful spell, extremely powerful, and yeah, we can just like sit here and tap these guys. Maybe with some support from that. Alrighty, pretty good. Oh, it's this bolt. No wonder. Yeah, if I had known it was this one, I wouldn't have even gone close to it in the first place. Yeah, I hate that one. It's really difficult. It has a lot of extremely dangerous monsters. So no wonder I was stuck in a fight well outside my realm of expertise. Okay, goodbye. Mm. So yeah, the thing is that I can beat these guys, but I don't wanna fight them in that arena. Like I need to fight them in the open to hit them with the good old Noxious Bogu. And by the way, Noxious Bog wouldn't work against the Titan because the Titan flies. And that is something that I didn't take into account before. Or no, never mind. They don't fly. They only fly in NetHack. Yeah, I always get NetHack and Crawl Titans confused for some reason. I don't even play NetHack. Well, I played NetHack before, you know. Like NetHack is actually the game that started me in the roguelikes, but I haven't touched it in quite a while. There was this guy that I used to watch when he streamed that is called Kilroy My Boy, but he hasn't streamed in a while. I don't have digging anymore. I would have liked to dig through these walls to be able to just do Noxious Bog everywhere, but it is not a thing that I can do, unfortunately. Okay, big damage, huge damage. I guess we can do it again. It doesn't affect the dragons, of course, because the dragons fly. Yikes, 50 damage. I'm not that scared of the Spark Wasp now that I have resistance to electricity. The Shadow Dragons, however, it's two of them. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger and actually like contaminate myself even further because I need to kill these guys. Okay, minimum delay on the Evening Star finally after so long. What do we train now? I could go for that or I could go for Ignition. First of all, I would need more spellcasting to be able to learn Ignition in the first place. Yeah, 3 spells levels left. But yeah, I kinda do want Ignition. Maybe I'm gonna pull the trigger on it. Hmm. I wish I had better spells than Irradiate. Like, well, I Irradiate is excellent, right? Like, look at that, 3 dice of 22 with such low power. It's beautiful. But I also like what I'm trying to say is that I want Toxic Radiance. But I don't think I found it. Yeah, it's not here. Toxic Radiance would be amazing for the current situation because these guys are weak to poison and they fly, so they are immune to Noxious Bogu, but they are like super weak to Toxic Radiance up until the point where like 2 casts of Toxic Radiance, wait a turn, and then Ignite Poison kills them, like all of them. And it would also like kill everything else. So yeah, it's such a shame that I haven't found Toxic Radiance. I think I'm gonna use Fear and we can make a run for it. Okay, I have Sticky Flame. Sticky Flame can be good because it doesn't miss. Oh, Frailness. I don't wanna be frail. I think I am going to drink Mutation. Ooh, I didn't lose the mutations that I had. I didn't lose willpower or poison resistance. Oh, I got wild magic. Okay, so wild magic is not terrible, but it's not good either. Nah, never mind. It's actually really good because my success rates didn't really get affected that much, but my spell power did. Irradiate went from 3 dice to 22, or 3 dice of 22 to 3 dice of 24. I like that. Um, yeah, Kidoki. I probably shouldn't skip depths. I probably should go do the rest of depth 3, or should I? Hmm. You know what? The thing is that on one hand, like I could do it for more experience to be able to train things. As you can see, like my experience is not very high on anything. Even the highest skill, which is fighting, I think, is only 17. So I really could use the experience. Um, on the other hand, I also think that I can already win as I am right now, so there's really no need for me to do it, but I might do it regardless, just because Ignition is a fun spell that I like to use. It's very powerful. Shoutouts to the tower shield, by the way. Yeah, you block, you block, you block, you block, you block. I love it. You love to see it. It's so good. The difference between shield and no shield is so massive. Like I think, oh man, It's kind of sad that Longblades lost riposte. I don't care about the removal of riposte. What really like makes me uncomfortable is the fact that even though they now no longer have riposte and they have like space for a better gimmick, such as like having shield, um, it's just something that the developers don't like, so it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I like numbers. I wonder why the developers do not like numbers that much. And shield is such an important and powerful stat to have too. That in my opinion, if long blades had shields, or like a shield stat that scales with the base damage of the weapon that you're using and the skill that you have, that would incentivize you to go for bigger weapons, two-handers, because you don't really care about the shield, because the weapon provides you shield. And it would also incentivize you to train beyond minimum delay. Both of those things are things that do not happen with any other weapon type nowadays. So that would, in my opinion, make long blades pretty unique compared to other weapon types, much more so than riposte, which was usually very ignorable. Like who even cares about that? Okay, I got marked, so let's just get out of here. Oh, I got shafted. No, I didn't get shafted. I just intentionally decided to skip past this level, where I was not going to, but I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, we can just tap these guys. They don't really deserve any mana usage because they're kind of, even though they're skeletons, like skeletons are not a threat at this point in the game anymore. Of course, those kinds of skeletons, because if it's like an ancient champion or a lich, obviously, to say something, those would be dangerous skeletons for me, but not those ones. Oh, you gotta be joking. That is so lame. Oh man. The worst part about that is that there was no counterplay whatsoever to that. Yeah, there was no counterplay. The guy just like dug and did that to me immediately. Oh man, this is the worst mutation in the game too. I kinda. Okay, so hear me out. On almost any situation, I would immediately remove that, but this is a very strange character that doesn't have blinking and has a bunch of very good mutations. So I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the worst mutation in the game. It's just a matter of that, a matter of like it not affecting me that much because I don't have blinking. But the second I find like a scroll blinking or two, I'm probably gonna drink to remove it. Yeah. Or at least I'm gonna try because I also don't have enough potions of mutation to guarantee that I'm gonna get rid of it. I have like two. Oh, I have one. Well, that's even less than I thought I had. It is what it is. Kidoki. I lost ignition. Well, I think it's in a shop, but yeah, I wanted to learn ignition for sure. I didn't have the spell levels to learn it. Well, whatever. I'm gonna train this to 16, but I don't think I'm gonna learn any of the level 9s because I'm wearing kinda heavy body armor, shadow scales. They are as heavy as chainmail, but they have the armor rating of plate, so they're pretty good. And I was going to wear storm scales, but then I found the ring that I'm currently using, and the ring is quite great. So there's a pretty good chance of me not using storm scales after finding that ring. Okay, no shoes bogu. Alrighty, it's looking pretty good. Oh, Spriggan Riders fly, of course. That sucks. Oh, there's so many things here. Maybe I should bail. Yeah, I think I can go downstairs and it's kind of safe. I could also go upstairs and it's guaranteed to be safe. Hmm. Stone giants have a lot of projectiles though. Oh, there was a shapeshifter that turned into a torpor snail. That's pretty scary. Yeah, certainly something that I don't want to see. But there I got like hard carried by my tower shield. They're pretty good items if you can afford to put them on. Alrighty. And I still haven't gotten a third room, by the way. I only have two. The lure runes. I did lure the two lure runes, and then I did bolts 1 through 4. And I haven't done bolts 5. And I don't think I will do bolts 5 because I don't like bolts 5 specifically. It's a level that I actively try to not do ever. I typoed into casting the wrong spell. I cast Noxious Bogu when I didn't want to cast it, and what I wanted to cast was first a Starburst to remove the threes, and then Noxious Bogu to affect this Merfolk Impaler who was standing next to that. Alright, 16 spell casting. I think maybe fighting now. Yeah, it's within my plans to get like 15 conjurations for Orb of Destruction. And 13 poison, fire, and transmutations. Yeah, but first I need more fighting. Okay. Oh, you can't read scrolls in your current state. Well, that is delightful. Yeah. Worst mutation in the game, doing its thing. Okay, that is going to be paralysis. Let's see how long do I get paralyzed. It's like 3 turns. Yeah, they're exactly 3 turns. Unfortunately, the Lich didn't do anything crazy while I was paralyzed, because that could have been pretty bad. Okay. Worst mutation in the game. I wanted to read Fogu for the Lich, but the worst mutation in the game didn't let me do it. Oh, alright. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay, now I can do this. And it affects a wider area of. Okay, pretty good. I love Noxious Bug. It's really, really powerful when it's powerful. When it's not powerful, it's unusable. Like actually unusable. I don't like how I don't know how to put it, but how either it's great or it's literally useless. Yeah, I wish that was changed. You check 0.28, you only losing Ignis Piety and never get it back? Yeah, that's exactly how it works. You cannot gain Ignis Piety ever under any circumstance. You can start with more Ignis Piety by being a monk or by going Ignis with a faded altar. Those give you more piety, but you can never get piety with Ignis. So Ignis is a temporary resource. It's like something that is there for you to use, and then you dispose of it, unless you want to like stick with Ignis for the entirety of the game. But it is recommended that you abandon Ignis and you go with a different god eventually. It's pretty interesting design. Um, Pretty flavorful design too. Ignis is supposed to be like a god that is like dying because it has very little worshippers. So yeah, you're kind of the only one left when you start as a Cinder Acolyte. So you get to use all the power of Ignis until Ignis no longer has power. And yeah, if I was to do like if no, that's not the correct key combination. If I do this, like you can see there's a gap between Som and Lugonu. That's where Ignis used to be, but now that Ignis Wrath is over, there's no more Ignis in the game. It's kind of like when you kill the Royal Jelly with Jiva. It's the same thing. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. Okay, that was a lot of damage that we took out of nowhere. 36 and then 17. But it's okay because we are an Ogre with 247 HP. Yeah, being thick in this game is so awesome. It's the greatest thing. Where's the stairs? I think the stairs were there, but I kinda like removed them when I cast Noxious Bogu. Important thing to keep in mind, it's probably not a bad idea to cast it when you're standing on the stairs, because it removes the stairs temporarily. Okay, that's a shop. Let's take a look. Ooh, that ring is sick. Okay, I'm probably gonna buy that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy that. In fact, I am. Hello, hola. Um, also Kubo's autobiography. I don't need that. The volume of contamination. That sounds promising. Maybe it has. Oh, it has it. Okay, let's go. Ooh, I need that. Okay, give me that. Like that, I have to buy almost immediately. Like that is a no-brainer because it has toxic radiance. Finally, I'm going to go do elf. It's something that I haven't done in this game, so I have access to it, and it might not be a terrible idea for me to do elf. Interesting concepts for speedruns of every type. What? What do you mean? Oh, look at that amulet. It is a straight up an upgrade over what I'm using, which is just plain regen. This is regen with a lot of stats. 8 dexterity is a lot. So even though I don't have like any dodging, I'm still gonna get it, and I might get some dodging soon. Um, okay, let's get rid of this. Never to be used again, but yeah, look at that. 20 dexterity. I started with 4 dexterity this game. I leveled up dexterity twice, and then I started kind of going with intelligence, and I have been going intelligence ever since. And now I have more strength and more dexterity than intelligence, even though like most of my level ups have gone towards intelligence. It's so much fun. That's just the kind of loot that we have gotten this game. But yeah, I like this character. This character feels really strong. Next time I find a scroll of acquirement, we are gonna be acquiring money for that ring. Yeah, I can see myself using that ring for the rest of the game. The 2 pips of fire resistance, exquisite for SOT, like excellent. It is like a godsend for SOT. 9 mana, also pretty good for what my character is doing, which is pretty much spamming Irradiate. I guess I can also spam Starburst. Um, and then, of course, the 4 strength. Um, you can never say no to more strength. Ignis, cut of Ignis into Rue or something can run very fast. Yeah, you think? But you have to deal with the Wrath. Dealing with the Wrath might be an issue for speedrunners. You keep ripping with your Staver. Mid-game dip is too much. What kind of Staver are you playing? Are you like trying to emulate the run that I did the other day, like the Kobold of Wujian? It's good, but if I had to do it again, I would probably branch into long blades. Probably. Yeah. I would try to get lucky with like a double sword or a demon blade early in the game. Ignis has Wrath. Yeah, it has a lot of Wrath actually. And this is actually the first time ever that I've played an Ignis character that has survived the Wrath. I've played 2 characters before this one that died to the Wrath. Um, yeah, it's a pretty nasty Wrath for the early game. But the more you wait until you abandon Ignis, the better it gets, the more survivable it gets. Um, yeah, Ignis shafts you, or you can get elementals summoned against you, or you can be slowed and confused as with pretty much every wrath. It's not a nice wrath for you. All right, easy to kill Juggernaut. As long as you cure it before you fight it, it's not that dangerous of a foe. Yeah, because it will pretty much only attack you once if you have good damage output. Alright, Mr. Tentacle Monstrosity, I'm gonna... Oh, you know what? I don't wanna kite you. I'm just gonna poke you with my Evening Star that I have at minimum delay. Alright, interesting depths 4. This little bolt over here was kinda nasty. Let's go to depths 3. Have I finished this? Did I finish doing this? Yeah, it seems that I did. Okay. Um, Elf, because I got Toxic Radiance. So now I can do Elf. Yeah, Ignis dies when you mollify Ignis. Well, for other gods it would be mollifying, but for Ignis it's like stops existing. Um, I thought that I already had Summon Cactus Giant. It must be in a shop. So yeah, Summon Cactus Giant is a new spell added in Trunk. It's a summon. You get to summon literally a cactus giant, like a Digimon or something. Very cute concept. I have not tried it, but it is not out of the question that I try it in this version, actually, because this version has a huge buff to summoning. Now it doesn't give you less experience. It's so good. Yeah, it's a game changer for summoners that it doesn't give you less experience now. You get the amount of experience that you should have gotten in the first place. And really, those changes to summonings, like summonings giving you half experience, it's really a relic of the past, as it says in the comment. I completely agree with the reasoning behind the buff for summonings, but I only hope that it had come earlier. Your favorite is still Lugonu? Yeah, Lugonu is cool. I especially like my Formicids of Lugonu because Lugano gives the Formicid something that they would otherwise not have access to ever. Um, am I getting paralyzed by that thing? Or what's going on? I think a lot of things are happening. Hmm. I wonder if the paralysis from the elemental prevents you from getting paralyzed by other things. Because when you get paralyzed, you have resistance to further paralysis. Like the game does that for you. The same goes for banishment. When you get banished, you have resistance to banishing for a couple of turns. Even if you were going to get banished normally, the game gives you a message that goes along the lines of you resist the pull of the abyss or something. And so when you get banished and you get out of the abyss after surviving getting banished, you can immediately kill whatever banished you to prevent yourself from getting banished again. And it is, in my opinion, the correct thing to do instead of like running away from the banisher. Lugano seems to be a free slime rune. Yeah, you just go in there and you corrupt the bolt, and you either kill the royal jelly easily, or you open the bolt, or sometimes you do both those things. So yeah, it's a pretty nice god for slime. Talking about slime, I might do it with this character. It feels really nice that I finally got Toxic Radiance. Like when I saw the name of that book, that was like the compendium of poisoning or something along those lines. It was it was like a signal. I knew that book was going to have or Toxic Radiance rather. 20.9 fighting. So yes, I was saying the next thing on my list is to get 13 poison, 13 fire, and 13 transmutations. Yeah, and after that I am going to get 15 conjurations, maybe even 16. It all depends. And after that I think it's gonna be all fighting probably. Maybe I could get some dodging and armor. But as you can see, like it hasn't really been necessary. Now that I have Toxic Radiance, and especially considering that I'm fighting against elves, I have the damage output and the survivability that I need. So I don't need to get more survivability. You like Jiba? Never tried to abandon Jiba? Oh, you can. With all those gods, well, I would assume that it works like Ignis. I also have never abandoned Jiba, but that is because I usually don't go Jiba because Jiba is absolutely miserable of an experience. And I have my fingers crossed for a Jiba rework in 0.27. Yeah. But I would assume that Jiba ceases to exist as soon as you're done with Jiba Wrath. I'm pretty sure that is exactly how it works. Alrighty, looking pretty good. Oh yeah, it feels nice to just waltz in here and murder everyone as soon as they enter my line of sight because I happen to be a Venom Mage. Yeah, Venom Mage with Ignite Poison and Toxic Radiance was so crazy powerful. Like when it was added to the game, because I got to see the entire era of Venom Mage being incredible, and it's kind of nice because before they had Ignite Poison, they were like very low tier Venom Mages. They were better than people gave them credit for because they still had like Toxic Radiance and Poisonous Vapors. Those two spells are amazing for the early game, but they just lose their punch like super hard once they don't have access to Ignite Poison and they would like to have Ignite Poison. So yeah, during those times they were insanely strong. And now that they don't have it anymore, it's kind of lame, especially how sometimes you get these levels that are like just undeath monsters, and you cannot really do anything to them because you're a Venom Mage, and you don't have the thing that you used to use to kill undeaths and stuff. I guess you can theoretically sting them to death, but it's not gonna work when the undead is like a skeletal warrior and it has like 20 armor class and like 70 HP. It's such an insane monster. Let's look at it. Um, I'm pretty sure yeah, it doesn't quite have 20 armor class or 70 HP, but it has very close stats to that. Around 15 armor class and around 70 HP, 65, around 65. And they generate in bands. They are insanely strong. I am astonished at the fact that they exist as they do right now. Like compare them to something that you would normally see way later in the game, like Tengu Warrior. Less HP, less armor class, worse resistances. It is faster, but it hits less hard. It's insane, dude. Why is there such a disparity? Why do Skeletal Warriors spawn earlier than Tengu Warriors? It doesn't make any sense to me. They're like really powerful for what they represent, you know? Okay, goodbye. Intelligence. Alright. It seems that I'm never going to have more intelligence and strength unless I get an item that boosts my intelligence because of how an ogre functions. Alright. Do any of you guys have... oh, you have fire resistance. No poison resistance, however. Okay, the guy with fire resistance is dead now. Anti-magic. Yeah, anti-magic doesn't really worry me that much. At the end of the day, I am a late game hybrid, so even if I was to run out of mana, it would most likely be against one or two enemies. And I can just tap them down because at the end of the day, I am using a highly enchanted Evening Star, even if it doesn't have a brand, pretty much. Hey, Brain, thank you for 3 months. I greatly appreciate the support.
Always enjoy your explanations.
Thank you so much for that. I enjoy providing explanations and having people like tell me that they actually enjoy them and they find them useful. That is kind of the whole point for me to stream. Like I just want to help people, and if those people like decide to contribute to the stream like that, then that's pretty nice as well. I'm not gonna say no to that, you know. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you keep enjoying my stream. It's sometimes hard, kind of hard for me to stream, as in I don't feel like playing crawl. You know, it's normal for that to happen. Like I've been playing. I have been playing, but I haven't been playing non-stop for 10 years. Like I've been playing on and off for 10 years, and you know, sometimes I just don't want to play crawl. There's a lot of games out there. Lately, I have been playing Guilty Gear Strive a lot of stream, and also some card games. Yeah, I've been playing Legends of Runeterra because I like card games a lot. I like Magic, but Magic Arena doesn't do it for me. Like it's not the real Magic experience to play while looking at a computer. Magic is so much more than playing the game. You get to like analyze your opponent and stuff like that, and like notice things that they are doing that let you know that they may or may not have things to do. Even if you don't see the cards, like you can see the opponent and read them like that. In fact, I have a friend, like a very close friend of mine, who is a psychologist. Like he studies to be a psychologist and stuff, and he uses his psychology superpowers when he's playing Magic. And so like we were playing at a tournament once in like a a team-based tournament. Like it was pretty fun. And we were playing against the other two people, and he was like, "No, just do this thing. They don't have anything." And I was like, "But how do you know they don't have anything?" And he was like, "I know. Don't do it, or do it. Do the thing. They don't have anything." And so I did the thing, and they didn't have anything. It was like magic. Like he was reading their minds. It was insane. Some enemies are weak, some enemies are strong. That is fine. Nothing stronger than Hydra on its power level. I don't know. I think that Hydras are not particularly dangerous in the sense that they cannot. Like, if you see an Hydra and you know what to do against the Hydra, you won't die. But there's a lot of enemies, even enemies that can spawn in Lair, that the same cannot be said for them. Just because they're faster or they may have ranged attacks. And Hydras are neither fast and they don't have ranged attacks. So that makes them pretty safe, even if they are very damaging if you decide to try to melee it for some reason or to stay within melee range of it. I don't consider them to be very dangerous personally. You play Commander. I don't like Commander that much. Yeah, I don't like EDH because it's usually multiplayer. I like Magic, but I don't really like multiplayer Magic that much. I feel like it's kind of weird because like it's such a different beast from normal Magic. Normal Magic is like you're trying to kill the other guy, or you're trying to not die to the other guy, and then you try to kill the other guy. In Commander is like such. I don't even know what the goal is in Commander. Like I briefly had a Commander and I was playing against people. And I was playing like if I was playing one versus one Magic, and I immediately got focused by everyone and killed. It was not particularly fun. So yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, it's just not my thing. I'm gonna buy these things because I have a lot of money. The goal is to have fun. That's weird. I don't know if I can understand that concept, to be completely honest. Mm, okay, what did we get? Nothing that I care about. Manual of Long Blades came a bit too late because I had like a sick scimitar. Yeah, I had a +8 scimitar of Holy Wrath very early in the game, Snake 4, but the thing is that that thing appeared like pretty much the level after I decided to invest on the Evening Star. If I had seen that thing, I wouldn't have acquired and invested on the Evening Star, and I would have gone Long Blades and waited for the Demon Blade. But here we are now with an Evening Star, and it's been pretty good, let me tell you. The protection brand has been significant as an Ogre. Like, look at my armor class, it's only 19. It's not good compared to other species. Especially other species being melee characters as well. And this is kind of like an hybrid, so it's not full on melee, but it still hits stab every now and then. And protection has been pretty good for that. That's why I haven't rebranded, because having 26 armor class out of nowhere is probably more valuable than just dealing more damage to the monsters when I still kill them in like 3 turns, regardless of the brand. So yeah, protection has been pretty good. Like I think the rule with protection is that the more armor class you have without the protection effect, the worse it is. And since I don't really have that much armor class without the protection effect, it's been pretty good for me. So yeah, all right, I'm liking this. Now I need to get a third rune. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to do now. I guess I can do slime. And I think Noxious Bug can destroy slime like super hard because slimes are not immune to poison. They are only poison resistant. So Noxious Bug on the Royal Jelly's band, and we can go to town and we can destroy all those rock slimes with Noxious Bug. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be particularly difficult for me. There is another thing that I have to be afraid of, however, and that would be Shining Eyes and Golden Eyes. I don't wanna. Yeah, I have the worst mutation in the game, and I don't want to get any more bad mutations other than that. I still don't have any blinking too, and I have that mutation. So if things go bad in slime, I'm very likely to die. Um, Yeah, that's something that we also have to keep in mind. And so yeah, we are probably gonna have to play carefully. I also don't have resist corrosion. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to buy that ring of resist corrosion. I could also pick up the war axe and wield it for resist corrosion, but that seems kind of lame, and I'm not gonna do that. I would rather just buy this ring. Mm, this ring right here. Okay, we can get rid of that. 6 evasion, pretty good. Okay, I like this a lot. Like everything is castable except for Orb of Destruction, but Orb of Destruction is going to become castable once I start training conjurations. Yeah, let's go do slime. There are monsters nearby. I can see. I think I'm immune to the confusion gaze. Yeah, it's so annoying because they do it pretty much every turn. Okay. Oh, a very weird benefit for me of the shadow scales is that they give me a lot of stealth. So even though I'm wearing heavy armor, it's like actually not hurting my stealth at all. In fact, look at this. Look at how much stealth I have, and I have never put a single point of experience into stealth. I have zero stealth, straight up zero stealth. Zero evocations too. My spellcasters very rarely go into evocations because spellcasting and evocations kind of overlap with each other. But I do like getting evocations on most other characters. Mm, okay, let's continue. Shining Eye. Okay, don't wake up. Oh, it I got to it and I hit it, but it was not hard enough to kill it. It is what it is. Okay, I do have cold resistance, so I'm not afraid of Azure Jellies. If you don't have cold resistance, those things can ruin your day. Yeah, you die super quickly to them. They deal so much damage if you don't have cold resistance. To follow the trend of monsters that do crazy cold damage. Hey, you're on time. Yeah, I still haven't finished. Thank you for stopping by, Star Polemic. Good to see you around. We just killed Elf because I got Toxic Radiance and Resistance to Electricity, and I was like, okay, now I have everything that I need to do Elf. So I went in there, I literally murdered everyone, no danger whatsoever, and here we are. And as you can see, the character is crazy strong. In fact, I am leaning towards enchanting the Shadow Scales. Yeah, because I already have resistance to electricity from that ring, and I'm not taking that ring off. Like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So it might not be a terrible idea to enchant the shadow scales, maybe even before proceeding. Let's see. You actually have not decided which god to switch to. What kind of character are you playing today? Is Are you trying to play the same character I am? I like Behumet a lot, and I started with Foxfire, and I found some good books in the early game. I found Irradiate before switching to Behumet, so it was pretty much a no-brainer for me to go Behumet. But depending on what you find, you might be able to make a decision. But I was also considering Okawaru, and up until a certain point in the game, I actually thought that Okawaru was the correct choice for this character, even after going Behumet. But obviously, I just don't abandon gods, so I stuck with Behumet, and Behumet has been good for me. But yeah, if I could do it again, maybe I would still go Behumet, considering how much I've been carried by Behumet given spells. Um, Should have used his abilities a bit more since your cat has died thrice. Yeah, I tend to pull the trigger on Ignis abilities. I think you need to like categorize the priority level of things. Like what's more valuable between using a scroll blinking or using an Ignis ability? And I would say in that scenario, obviously the Ignis ability is less valuable, so it's what you're going to use first. And yeah, I like to do that whenever I'm like assessing a situation to determine which escape option I use or which consumable I use to survive. Like some of them are less valuable than others. For example, I would say that fear is not particularly that valuable because it's not that reliable later in the game when you start seeing things with crazy willpower and a lot of undead monsters, that kind of stuff. But haste, on the other hand, is very valuable because it remains incredibly useful throughout the entirety of the game. Same goes for blinking. Teleport, I would say that it is valuable, but it's not as valuable as haste and teleport, or as haste and blinking. And it's also kind of unreliable. You are not guaranteed to survive if you use teleport. So if you're going to use teleport, you should use it like maybe around 50% HP. Or, well, it depends on the fight. You know, if it's a fight where you're taking like 30% HP every turn of the fight, like obviously you're not gonna use haste or you're not gonna use teleport. But if it's not that kind of fight, then it's okay to use it if you think things are going downhill. Um, so I did enchant my shadow scales. Okay, 23 armor class. Let's continue with slime. And I think the Royal Jelly stands no chance against. Yeah, I think the Royal Jelly stands no chance against Noxious Bogu. Noxious Bogu is just insanely strong. It is ridiculous. Like I'm not gonna attack these slime creatures just for the sake of doing an experiment. Yeah, most of them are almost dead. Okay, it's time to actually attack them. But yeah, look at that. They just exploded when I started doing things. I should probably get lesser beckoning for these shining eyes. It might not be a terrible idea for me to do so. Um, I should also. Oh, never mind. I already used all the enchant weapons that I have. I think I acquired this as a level or as a +1 Evening Star or +2 maybe, and I just put all my scrolls of enchant weapon onto it. And yeah, I'm carrying Finisher as a trophy because I am an ogre at the end of the day. I can't use that. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. I barely took any damage from that rock slime, and it died really quickly, thanks to Noxious Bogu. You're still annoyed at this 0.27 difficulty increase. D4 Hornet with Hero, 3 Cure Pots still died. Yeah, Hornets on D4 are messed up. That's a straight up a thing that shouldn't happen. And I think pretty much everyone agrees on that because normally you would be like, oh, just walk away, just go somewhere else. But the thing is that the Hornet is fast, so it's almost impossible to run away from it. And it has high evasion, so even if you have poison darts or something, you're not guaranteed to hit it. And it can just ruin your day with the paralysis melee. It's really like the pinnacle of a monster that shouldn't be in D4 Hornets. It's kind of messed up. I'm wondering if there's gonna be changes to 0.27. Like I think 0.27.1 already released that removed jackals from D1. But yeah, I would like to see more nerfs to out of depth monsters because there it seems to be a lot of them in 0.27. I haven't played a lot of 0.28. In fact, I think this might be my first Trunk game. Um, but I haven't really, well, at least in this game, I didn't get crazy things. Statistically, 0.27 is like 50% harder than 0.26. Yeah, I also saw that people won literally 50% less games in the tournament in this time around, and that is insane. And yeah, it's a pretty great indicator of the fact that all those changes that people were like, yo, this is messed up, you should fix that. And developers were like, oh no, that's okay. It's just like normal players just being players. No, now there's evidence. Like thanks the tournament for that because otherwise it would actually not be easy for us to know for real if it's an issue with the players or an issue with the development. And it turned out to be an issue with the development, so yeah, we should see nerfs in 0.28. So the balance shall return. Kidoki. Shining Eye. I have no good spell for the Shining Eye. Do you fly? Okay, you fly. It would be weird for an eye to be rolling around on the floor. Half the lower win rate was from my team performance. Did you win any games in the tournament? If you didn't win any, it's okay. Like, I have had tournaments like that in the past. Not nowadays, but a couple of years ago. There was that one where, like, the first tournament after devs were introduced to the game, I was doing Dungeon Devs Pandemonium Sot, because I like to do that. And in Devs 1, camping the stairs, there was the Enchantress, and I had no willpower. And even though, like, I think I had like crystal plate or something crazy, and the enchantress permanently confused me. I even ran out of curing trying to fix the confusion to teleport away, but the enchantress has a spell that prevents you from teleporting and like just mass confusion. So I was permanently confused back to the wall. I dug a corridor before I got confused, to try to fight the enchantress because I thought that I was going to be able to take her. I was like much worse at threat assessment back in the day. Now I wouldn't do that, but yeah, I tried to do that, and at the end of the day, I was permanently confused, and I was so tanky that the Enchantress was killing me like one or two hits at a like I was taking one or two damage at a time every time she was hitting me. So it took a while for her to kill me, but there was like literally nothing that I could have done there. Once I got to that position, of course, and I died, and I didn't play Crawl for like 2 years after that happened. Like I'm not even joking. I didn't play Crawl for like 2 years. It was funny. Oh man. And then I came back to Crawl and it was good. Um, okay, how are we going to do this? Torment Immolation? Do I have three? I am not carrying three. Am I carrying do I have it on? Because if I don't have it on, I should probably add that to my RC file. Yeah, 3 could probably be good here. Like, I can see myself going into 3 form, because it nukes my evasion, but it gives me 50% more HP and a bit more armor class as well. It would give me like 30 at this stage of the game with this experience level. In case you didn't know, 3 form armor class scales with experience. So if you're experience level 24, you get like 30 or something. Um, it's a weird formula that I don't know on the top of my head, but the important thing is that the more higher level you are, the better theoretically tree form is. But after a certain point, like it's obviously not gonna be good, barring some very specific situations, such as this one. So I think I'm gonna re-teleport to not fight the royal jelly. I'm gonna try to sneak away from the royal jelly. It's gonna be really easy because I have stealth somehow, and I am going to go get a potion of 3, which I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah. Oh, it's an off 3. Okay. Oh, don't do that. No, dude. You're crazy. You're gonna get killed. The thing is that the only stairs that I have explored are the ones that are being camped by the royal jelly, so that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, how are we going to do this? I guess I might have to go upstairs. No, don't do that. Oh no, it noticed me again. Do I just fight it? Uh, okay, so here's the thing. I am extremely like cautious when it comes to this because I have the worst mutation in the game. Like you sometimes lose the ability to read scrolls when taking damage mutation. That is messed up. That kills you. So I don't want to get into a situation where I need to teleport and I can't teleport. I don't want that to happen. So I need to do this like the most careful way possible, which in my opinion is to not deal self damage with torment. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna re-teleport again. Oh wow, okay. I could theoretically just run away from the royal jelly by blinking whenever it reaches me. Oh come on. Okay, this is not working. Oh come on. What is up with this? This is a bit ridiculous. Okay, that's more like it. These are the kinds of blinks that I want to see. But yeah, the royal jelly is fast, so okay. Well, that was a meme, but it did the trick after teleport failed me. Now let's go get that potion of 3. There's a chance that the royal jelly is gonna be camping the stairs. It was your first tournament. You only won twice. Oh, it's fine. It happens. Like you won twice. I think in my first tournament I didn't win even once. So you're already doing better than I did in my first tournament. Um, One didn't count because you used a character that you knew how to win with. It counts. A win is a win. Don't deprecate your wins. A win is a win. If the bot says you won, you won. If it's on purple on your scoring page in the tournament, it is a win. That's how it is. Let's go back to slime. Let's kill the real jelly. So as I was saying, it's probably gonna be camping the stairs. It's probably gonna be next to me when I go in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read Fogu to manipulate my line of sight to blink away from it because you can only land on tiles that you can see. So by reading fog and reducing my line of sight, that gives me a gigantic chance to land farther away from the royal jelly, as you can see. Like it happened exactly how I wanted it to happen. A bot says you're a greater player. There you go, you're a greater player. That's how it is. Yeah, if the bot says so, you are that. Um, so we're gonna drink 3. We are gonna read Torment. In fact, we're probably gonna read Torment twice. I kinda wanna wait a turn. Yeah, I really do kinda want to wait a turn. I wonder if it's a safe thing for me to do, to wait a turn here. Hmm. Yeah, let's wait a turn. Oh, no, it went away. Get over here. Okay, Wreath Torment again. Maybe one more time. Let's just make use of all the Torment. Noxious Bogu. Immolation. So being a 3 somehow... Oh, never mind. Well, it's not that it gives you... How did I... Oh, never... Yeah. Being a 3 doesn't give you weakness to fire, but it does melt all your gear, so you might lose fire resistance, just as I did now. It might not be a terrible idea for me to put on the Ring of Fire resistance instead of resist corrosion. I think we should be okay. Yeah, everything is gonna die in like a turn. You just can't win on anything non-spellcaster. That's how it is on 0.27. Melee characters get punished randomly by things, just like dealing too much damage, and mages don't have to worry about that too much because usually they kill things before they reach them, so they have a much easier time in the early game, and then the rest of the game is pretty much the same as in previous versions. So yeah, you really just don't understand melee stealth. Have you ever won a melee character even before 0.27? Just out of curiosity. Okay, so Ignite Poison. Yeah, that killed the Royal Jelly. Immolation again. Ignite Poison. Big damage. Yeah, okay, I got hit by an explosion. It's okay. Rock Slime almost dead. Inner Flame. It's gonna die probably next turn. I probably should put on some fire resistance instead of resist corrosion. Yep. That is a very clean kill of the Royal Jelly. One of the best that I've had in quite a while, actually. Ever since rock slimes were put in slime, I was having such a hard time with the royal jelly. Um, yeah, but this time we're doing perfectly. We're doing just how it used to be. But of course we are a very powerful character. Let's be completely honest here. And we also used Like 4 scrolls of torment. Yeah, 4 scrolls of torment on the. Oh man, I wish I could use this. I'm gonna carry it as a trophy again. If I'm carrying finisher, I can also carry dark mole. Why not? Mm, okay, there is an acquirement here. Hat of the learner, fire resistance. I think my current hat is trash compared to it, of course. So I think I want to get the hat of the learner. I could also get the money so I can buy that ring with 2 pips of fire resistance, but I'm okay with not buying the ring. Goodbye, hat of stealth. Hello, hat of the learner. Yeah, now I have 2 pips of fire resistance, +7 shadow scales. I don't care about that. Whenever you ignore an item, it would be nice if it just automatically got put in your exclusion list. Manual of Earth Magic. That's a bit alluring. I have LRG, but it's a bit too late for it now. Like, I would have used it for slime, to kill rock slimes, but yeah, now I won't have to worry about rock slimes ever again. Oh. That seems pretty good to me. Yeah. I do lose 1 pip of willpower. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Yeah, I already have resistance to electricity. I was comparing it to this ring. I was comparing it to this ring, which gives me wizardry, willpower, resistance to electricity, 6 dexterity. -5 strength is kind of annoying. Um, but I don't know. Like, I feel like the ring that I have on the floor is better, but I'm worried about the willpower. Like, I have had one too many paralysis deaths in South 5, so I don't want that to happen this time. Let's get rid of protection from cold. And also this. This is trash. Yeah, when did I pick that up? Um, I don't like vulnerability. We can leave it alone. We can probably drop all once. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I can probably drop all once, except maybe for acid and digging and ice blast. Um, yeah, the other ones are trash if I don't have evocations skill, and I do not have that. So yeah, do I do this? Like, the ring is really good. It's a really good ring, but the willpower is the part that's making me nervous. Oh, never mind. You know what? I can actually do this. I can actually do this. Yeah, there we go. Because I already have 2 pips of fire resistance because I got a hat of fire resistance. So, okay, these resistances are looking pretty nice. Um, yeah, now I have everything except for resistance to corrosion. It's a pretty good loadout and pretty good character sheet considering how we are an ogre. And it makes me feel pretty confident because I've won characters that look much worse than this. So I think I can just go and win now. Um, so let's go ahead and do that. Do I have one of those already? Okay, yeah, I was wondering why it was not being auto picked up. Let's go to Depths 5. Some 3 nickel and Nestus stairs. Oh man, I hope you have a scroll of silence or something, otherwise you're gonna get destroyed by that. Oh yeah, I have this mutation. I kinda hate this mutation. I really wanna remove it. How do I even do this as a cat? Wow, I got a second pip of willpower. Okay. Not gonna say no to that, but I didn't lose the mutation that I actually wanted to remove, which is the you do not regenerate when monsters are visible. Yeah, now I'm like immune to magic pretty much. True, you could try melee, but he has 189 HP melee after silence. Yeah, see, the trick is not playing a cat. Cat is like miserable. I assume that you have spells. Do you have spells? Because is he like a cyborg or what? He's just an endgame human. Like, he actually is an endgame human. He has level 9 spells, so it's understandable that he has level 9 HP as well. You have irradiate. Mm. Okay, do you have file of lots? Because you can waterlock Nicola, which is like targeted silence, and then you can just irradiate and go to town. I would legit just irradiate myself to red contamination to kill Nicola as a cat. And then I would probably quit the cat, but at least I killed Nicola. Um, so yeah, having this mutation, the one that doesn't let me regenerate when I'm seeing monsters, really sucks because I'm using an item of regen. So I don't want to have that. Like I actually want to get rid of it. Oh, come on. Okay, let's try one more time. I can't believe it. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts a lot. I also lost 2 intelligence and the wild magic mutation. So yeah, that was a nerf to my character. Painful. You would keep minus regen, but I'm not that patient, or rather, I just want to finish this character, and I feel like minus regen hinders my ability to finish this character quickly because without that mutation, I don't have 267 HP. Like that number is a lie. I have more like 300 or something HP because of the regen, and the mutation actually makes it so that I have 267, and that's it. Um, yeah, it's actually worse than you would think it is. Oh, I have toxic radiance. Let's do it. Okay, let's regen, I guess. This sucks. Yeah, this is not fine. If I could remove it, I would, but I already tried a lot and I failed to do so. Um, yeah, your natural regeneration doesn't really do a lot, but when you're using a regen item, things change. Like actually regening in combat is a big deal. Like it makes you significantly more durable. Dude, that's in 1 minute to Nicola, I assume. Yeah, it's just a cat experience. It is miserable to play a cat. That's why I don't play a cat. Like the last time I played a cat was probably close to a year ago. Let's see. It was in December, so not quite a year ago, but almost. It will be a year ago in a while. You had a meeting to attend in 6 minutes? A meeting at this late in the night? Well, I hope you have fun in your meeting. I hope that it works for you. And thank you for stopping by. You need one cat win though. Yikes, one cat win. Maybe like go for a cat spellcaster. Oh, look at that. It asks for 6 scrolls of blinking. I think in the entirety of the game I found 2 scrolls of blinking. In the entirety of the game. So even if I had 6 scrolls of blinking, I would not give it to the trove. You know what I always say, whenever a trove asks for something so ridiculous as that, like just don't do the trove. I think a trove that asks you for a scroll blinking should ask you for like one in order to be kind of reasonable. Any more than that is like absurd. The trove could be 7 scrolls of blinking. Somehow I doubt that. Yeah, something makes me think that is not quite a thing that can happen. Okay, irradiate, irradiate, irradiate. Oh, I am already gray contem. Mm, okay, I think it's very likely for me to dive Sot. I have Orb of Destruction for Orbs of Fire. We have pretty much all that we need to win the game. But it is annoying that we do not regenerate when monsters are within line of sight. Like it's super noticeable because before that I was ending fights at like full HP and now I'm no longer ending fights at full HP. It's literally impossible for me to end a fight at full HP with this mutation. Um, it would be even more of an issue if I was doing like extended or the abyss. If I had this in the abyss, it would be messed up. Like it's the same. Like you can actually get this in the abyss. It's temporary, but the sickness status is that. except that you don't regenerate even if you don't see monsters. So yeah, they're like similar levels of messed up. Yeah, do you think the region is worse in the abyss? Funny thing that you mentioned that because I hadn't seen your message when I was talking about that, but it's fun to see that we think the same. But yeah, so we are going to skip like a significant part of it, of course. Do you fly? Oh, you fly. That sucks. I have 2 pips of resistance to negative. Doesn't matter a lot because it's berserking. Um, Probably should have fired an orb of destruction. Okay. Yeah, that's not a nice thing to see because that means that it has too much HP. Okay. Fortunately, I was able to escape. Alright. So, we are gonna be training armor. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn on armor and dodging. Alright. There we go. Okay. You know, purple draconians are significantly less scary once if you're not using statue form for defenses. Because I vividly remember these guys being terrifying whenever I'm using statue form because a single hit of the breath weapon means that you no longer have defenses, which kind of sucks, obviously. I have 7 magic mapping, so we're gonna be using some of that to to skip as much of this as possible. Oh, for a second I thought it was blinking because it's also like yellow, but it was teleport. Okay, sneaky, sneaky ogre. Okay, we can dig through there. Okay, one fight, we can deal with that. Okay, these guys are refusing to die. Oh, one of them is green. Oh, it's a green draconian shifter. Okay, the shifter is not scary. The Scorcher is significantly more scary. Yeah, I don't care about that because I have a lot of fire resistance. I was about to go upstairs, but that would be a mistake. Whenever you're playing Octopath Transmuter, Octopath Transmuter is not good. Well, some people like it. I personally don't like it because as an octopus, you're kind of trash, right? Because you don't have any armor class, and -1 HP is also really bad. So being a transmuter is kind of a messed up thing. Hmm, because you have to be a melee character during the early stages of the game, and that, in addition to 0.27 being 0.27, means that you will probably have a hard time getting past the early game. So yeah, this is a fight where not being able to regen sucked because we have fought 3 bands of draconians already. Like, I've been counting the number. Well, no, I've not really been counting the number of draconians, but I've been like keeping track of how many draconians we've killed, kind of. And it's not been the amount of draconians that you would normally see on like 2 bands. I think it's really 3 bands of draconians. I don't have mutation to remove the mutation or to remove potential bad mutations from casting Irradiate again. So I'm kind of worried about the current situation. Um, I think it's worth it. Yeah, oh, it didn't even give me yellow contamination. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, we can kill these guys. And now please let me rest to full HP. I'm gonna scout the upstairs. There's a draconian band that I would have to fight if I wanted to take those. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Kidoki. Mm, might. I guess we're gonna take that. Killer Clown. Okay, this killer clown is like the juggernaut or something. I've already irradiated it twice and it is still alive. I know they have a lot of HP, but still. Okay, there is downstairs here. Might as well take them. Oh, there was like an enemy here. I would like to get rid of it, so it's not an issue on the way back up. You know, just for safety. Okay, you hear a splashing noise, you hear a roar. What's up with that? Okay, let's read magic mapping to see what that gives me. Splashing noise and a roar. Huh. No idea. Where is the downstairs? It's actually really close to me, so that's a lot of splashing noises. That's scary. Yeah, I don't wanna have anything to do with that. So final level of the dungeon, or I guess of SOT. We're gonna do this real quick. And this level I'm going to fully clear. Yeah, no ninjaing. That I'm not a ninja. I'm a person who likes to kill draconians and stuff. At least in SOT 5, because I feel like if you don't do the kill dudes strategy, like if you don't try to kill everything here, things can go bad super fast. And I don't like it when things go bad, much less so when they go bad super fast. In addition to that, I also don't have blinking, so yeah, that's another source of danger. In fact, the lack of blinking, like, oh man, it's so messed up that we only found like 2 scrolls of blinking in the entire game. Oh man, that sucks. Um, but yeah, that's like the one thing that can kill me at this point. That and just being distracted and misplaying. But barring those 2 things, I think I'm gonna make it. Um, okay, that is not what I want to see as soon as I go in. Okay, I guess I should hold my ground here. Oh man, it's such a good spell. I love that spell. It is actually insanely strong. Oh, it's very nice that like we got some crazy good stir generation in this SOT, I have to say. Okay, nice Ogre shooting orbs of destruction. Now you can also have an Ogre shooting orbs of destruction um, in your Twitch chat if you subscribe. Yeah, okay. Um, it's actually not a joke, because I have those 2 emotes. I showcased them yesterday, but I guess I can do it again today. Yeah, I have these 2. It's like a Nugger shooting an orb of destruction, just like in the game. So if you think you're interested in that, I guess you can subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. But to be completely honest, like considering how I gave away a ton of subscriptions the other day, I'm pretty sure everyone who is watching me is already subscribed. Um, so yeah, but if you're not, I guess you can subscribe, and it would be something that I would really appreciate. Um, ouch. Okay, that is terrifying. So I would like to not be here. And since I don't have blinking or anything, I don't want things to go bad. I could use the good old fog blinking strategy, and I think I'm probably going to do that right now. Fogu? Blink. No, if I blink here, I could land here, and that would be extremely bad. That removes that chance, but no, the statue is actually like messing me up. I don't know if I could blink through the statue, but I don't want to risk it. Oh man, the statue is killing me here. I think I should haste. Yeah, fingers crossed for not losing the haste immediately to the Quicksilver Dragon. Okay, the Orb of Fire is blocking the path to or the line of fire of the Silver Dragon, so that's fine. And yeah, You feel less energetic. I don't care about that. Like, I actually couldn't care any less about that. Right, let's rest to full HP. Mm. Okay, time to shoot some orbs of destruction at this guy. Battle of the Asterisks. Almost destroyed. Okay, goodbye. Mm, I like what this character has. This is a pretty good character. Yeah, it's even better than my normal kind of character because even though it doesn't have very good defenses, it has Ogre HP. That is always like a, a delight to play with, um, like a real treat to play with. That is the word I was looking for. And I also have pretty good defenses and willpower, so it's like I am in a pretty good spot, and I also have incredible damage output. So I like this a lot. Okay, that is not what I wanted to see. I guess I'm gonna drink resistance just for safety. I don't like shooting orbs of destruction through this corridor. There's not much that I can do about it, however. And it's going crazy with the bad mutations. But it should be dead to that. Yeah. Okay. My success rates haven't really been impacted by my heavy loss of body intelligence and strength, so I guess I should be lucky, or I should consider myself lucky. Oh, I got silenced by a killer clown. Hits you, blueberry, and unnatural silence engulfs you. That's a shame. Queuing for good luck, because it doesn't do anything other than give you good luck. Um, Maybe I should use my final haste. Maybe I should use brilliant, or might rather. Might. Yeah, talking about good luck, I think I've gotten um, very good luck during this fight. Even though the Orb of Fire hit me really hard right at the start, it hit me for 40 pretty much immediately. I also managed to hit it with like 3 or 4 orbs of destruction through the corridor at low power. So in case you don't know, orbs of destruction are likely to do this when you don't have that much high power. So if it had done that, like obviously it would have hit a wall, but it didn't like 4 times in a row, and that was like super lucky. Oh, come on. Oh man, this has been like unusually dangerous. I have to like I completely attribute it to the fact that I do not regenerate, to be completely honest. Because if I was regenerating during that fight, I would have gotten like maybe 30 or 40 HP. So instead of ending the fight at 100 HP, I would have ended it at 130, 140. Would have been like safer. Um, but it is what it is, you know. We tried to remove it and we didn't get the removal. Oh, that has been messing up with my success rates a lot, actually. Yikes, I don't like that. Wow, these orbs of destruction are kinda trash. It's funny how you say that when for some peeps 140 HP is like near maximum. And yeah, that's why you don't see me playing things that have low HP, because I like having a lot of HP. HP really is the best stat by like a mile. It gives you so much leeway and lets you make mistakes without immediately losing to those mistakes. The less HP you have, the more painful the game is. Up until the point where you get a cat where if you get hit, you are at risk of dying immediately. Like it's messed up like that. Oh, I got silenced again by that killer clown. What a jerk. Okay, see that orb of destruction hit a wall. Alright. Cat versus Crystal Spear. Yeah, when it hits you, and it is probably going to hit you because everyone knows evasion is a placebo stat. When it does hit you, it's going to quite probably just kill you straight up. That's what it's supposed to do against a cat. Um, oh come on. All right. So yeah, I look forward to not playing a cat for like another 2 or 3 years. Like it's not even an exaggeration. I don't think I'm gonna play a cat for other 2 or 3 years. Fingers crossed for cats getting removed before I have to play a cat again. Yeah, it's really like a painful experience. It's like the antithesis of fun to me to play a cat in this game. It like it's like a weird perversion of what's fun about Crawl to play a cat because you don't get to use the cool items. You die in 2 hits. And you have no defensive stats whatsoever other than evasion that we have already established that is a placebo. And you're kind of at the mercy of finding statue form to be a real character. And if you don't have statue form, well, you're out of luck. So yeah, it's definitely not something that I like a lot. Okay, I'm low on mana. I'm gonna use. What's up with the silence? It's been happening so much. This is the third time during this SOT 5 that I've gotten silenced by a killer clown. Of course, the one time that I have 5 pips of willpower, I don't get leeches. Like, I don't think I've seen a single leech so far. We've gotten so many orbs of fire and so many killer clowns, but zero leeches. It's such a shame. Gonna drink these. Okay, thank you for blocking the line of sight of the killer clown. That's very convenient. I guess I'm gonna poke you because I cannot do much more. And I'm going to focus the killer clown because I think it's easier to kill. And it's also probably more dangerous than the orb of fire. Okay, thank you for removing one stack of that bad mutation. I appreciate it. Oh, it blinked away. It keeps getting to me and then blinking away. You know what? It's extremely poison. Just ignite poison. Okay, your system partially rejects the healing effects of potions. That doesn't do a lot. Oh, you're contaminated. Okay, hello Railbird, good to see you around. You arrived just in time to see me either win or lose, I guess, in SOT 5. So far it's been, I mean, I guess it hasn't been good because I've gotten so malmutated and so silenced so frequently. But it also hasn't been terrible, I have to say. It's not like I've come close to dying. And you have to keep in mind that due to my lack of scrolls of blinking, coming close to dying in SOT is pretty much dying. Um, and unfortunately, not being able to regenerate mid-fight exacerbates that issue. Because, like, regen means that it's less likely for me to get in a bad spot. But I don't have regen. I don't think you've ever seen me lose a game when I've gotten this far. Were you not here? You were probably not here, but I remember that before the 0.26 tournament, so like a year ago, I had the orb and I was getting out of here, right? And it happened here. I was here, and there was a net trap here and I was on my way out, right? So a Pandemonium Lord with Summon Demon appeared, and I was like, "Oh, it's a joke, right? It's a meme Pandemonium Lord. It doesn't do a lot." Um, but the thing is that Pandemonium Lord immediately summoned an Inoxinul, which proceeded to summon a million of Etubi, which proceeded to conga dance on the net trap. So back then, net traps were ridiculous. They triggered every time and they hit you every time. So it was absurd. And so what happened was that obviously the conga train started happening and I got netted so much that I was unable to survive that. I just died. I was not a spellcaster. I was a melee character with like a big shield. I don't know if it was a tower shield, but it was a big shield, and I just couldn't do anything against getting netted every turn. Like I broke the net and I immediately, like the same turn I broke the net, I got netted again. It was messed up and it was like unbeatable. Fortunately, shortly after that happened to me, net traps were nerfed into only triggering 1/3 of the time, like SOT traps do. I think that's how SOT traps work nowadays, and for that I'm grateful because they're messed up. Net traps are still ridiculously dangerous, the worst part about Tomb, I don't know if net traps are the worst part about Tomb. I don't think you were here when that happened, but during the 0.27 tournament, I was doing a 15 rune character. I went into Tomb, like ridiculously over prepared as I always am when I'm doing Tomb. I leave it for last. I have like Shatter always, and I have like good stuff, right? So what happened was that I went into Tomb 3. I went into Tomb 3 and I immediately saw a band of dead scarabs next to the stairs where I was. Well, not next to the stairs, but next to where I landed, and a net trap. So I was like, well, not net trap, a dispersal trap. So I was like, okay, that's already messed up. I'm gonna cast Polar Vortex to try to kill them before they trigger the net trap. So I cast Polar Vortex, and the next turn, like literally the next turn, I got blinked into line of sight of a different dispersal trap. So there were two of them. And of course, since I got blinked forwards, I revealed like all of the level. Um, well, not really all of the level, more like half of the level. So there were like a lot of mummies and a lot of the scarabs already on the screen. And so one turn after that, the second dispersal trap triggers, and I got blinked into the middle of the level. And like there were more monsters than open tiles. It was absurd. And I died. Like there was nothing to do there. I felt like I still think about that and I still think about that and I'm like, um, maybe there were other things that I could have done, but I cannot think of any single line that I could have taken that could have made me survive that. Like normally when I die, it's like very obvious, like oh maybe I should have done this or maybe I should have done that. But with that situation, there were only different things that I could have done, and I could have rolled the dice to see if it works or not. But there's no guarantee. Yeah, you can't even kill them due to that curse. In fact, funny thing that you mentioned that because I read after that I read teleport and the turn after or before the teleport triggered, I decided to use ignition and I used ignition. I lost like 60% of my HP to doing that, just from straight up damage retaliation or retaliation damage from death curses, and yeah, and then I died. Even like it's funny because it's because of the death curses that I was unable to do anything there. If there were no death curses, I could have just killed everything. Like actually kill everything because I had Shatter, I had Polar Vortex, and I had Ignition. So I was more than capable of killing all of those things at the same time. But it is what it is. Um, and I don't think I'm gonna do Tomb again until traps get removed. There is a chance of traps getting removed, believe it or not. Um, oh, that's kinda lame. Yeah, I think I should haste and run away because I got alarm trapped. Don't hit the SOT trap. Don't hit the SOT trap. Oh, you jerk. Don't hit the net trap. Okay. Right, I am gonna make it to the stairs. Okay. I only just noticed that making it to the stairs after getting alarm trapped is actually not very good because I haven't revealed the previous level or I haven't done anything with the previous level. I see that golems were turned into nines, just like gargoyles. I don't know how to feel about that, but it's not terrible. I think people wouldn't mind them being eights. The Dreadlich disappears. Okay, so what I did there was intentionally like manipulate my line of sight and then blink to gain some ground on the orb of fire, and the orbs collide in a blinding explosion. That is definitely not what I wanted to do. Okay, please die. I don't have any more mana. I need to hit you and kill you. All right. All right. So I blinked to gain some ground on the Orb of Fire to be able to shoot Orbs of Destruction, which are my tool, specifically gotten to kill Orbs of Fire. And it's functional. It's very weak Orbs of Destruction, by the way. It's like 33, 9 dice of 12. Not as powerful as they would normally be because I only have 20 intelligence, but functional for sure. They definitely do the trick. But they could be much better. And if they were like at least at 50% power, they would be like significantly more powerful, and it would be very noticeable. I guess I'm gonna shout and like do this, and then I can do this and this. And yeah, toxic bug. Yeah, noxious bug. That's what it's called. Noxious bug is so powerful against anything that is not immune to poison. Even if the monsters are poison resistant, they still get poisoned like guaranteed, extremely poisoned in like 2 turns if they stand in the bug. And then you can just ignite poison and destroy them. And it also deals incredible damage on its own. So it's not like you need to have ignite poison as with toxic radiance. No, with noxious bug you just put it there and have the monsters step on it and they explode in like 3 or 4 turns. Bypassing armor class as well. It's so powerful. It's insane. I cannot praise it enough, but I do have to tell you that whenever it's not good, it is really unusable. And I've been talking about that a lot. How it's like such a duality, such contrast between oh this spell is like the greatest thing in the world and oh this spell sucks, it's unusable, you know? And I don't like that. The spells shouldn't be like that. Oh, okay, that's too many things. I can kill the Draconians or the Orb of Fire at the same time. I cannot kill the two of them at the same time. Fortunately, I have stealth from my shadow skills. It's really something that I didn't think that I would be saying, but I guess fortunately I have stealth from my shadow skills, so these things are not really noticing me immediately. So I can kind of choose the fight. I guess it compensates a bit for having that mutation that prevents me from regenning if I see a monster. Okay, now I think I can kill this Orb of Fire. Okay, bring it on. Catch these Orbs of Destruction. Just gonna shoot them until it dies. Okay, yeah, there we go. It took 4 of them. Hmm. Okay, probably shouldn't have done that because I ran out of mana, but I'm just gonna drink Ignite Poison, or not drink Ignite Poison, drink Magic to cast Ignite Poison because at this point of the game, might as well use everything, you know? Like I always say, it's the end of the game, like there's no point in saving any consumables whatsoever. So here we are. Is that a... Oh, for a second I thought it was plus 10. Kidoki. Ooh, look at that scroll blinking. Okay, I have a port. Give me that. Oh, my apport is so weak that I didn't even apport it all the way over here. Okay, we can do this. Yeah, something festers in the toxic bug. So what that does is that it deals damage to the guy, even if it's immune. It's crazy how that works. I wonder if I was regenning because that monster was invisible and I couldn't see it. I didn't notice. You do not regenerate when monsters are visible, so logic would dictate that I would regen if I'm fighting an invisible monster, but I didn't notice. I guess I can always check the video on demand and find out. One more. Oh, I ran out of mana. Okay, I have Wands of Acid. I literally haven't used it. Oh, I have the mutation that drains mana whenever I use them. Oh, that sucks. Okay, Yellow Contamination. And potions are less effective at restoring your health. I think I already have that. I got Cold Resistance. Okay, can't complain about that one. I think we are done. Okay, we're done. There was a Dread Lich that got teleported away that I didn't kill. Okay, yeah, I'm very glad that I remembered because I could have encountered that guy on the way out, and it could have summoned like a couple of fiends, tormentors, and stuff like that, and I could have died. So fortunately, I remembered to get rid of that guy. Okay, go D0. Okay, let's take a look at this Panlord. Orb of Destruction. Ooh, okay. You're not a pushover. Yeah, you have Orb of Destruction, Glaciate, and Mark. Okay, yeah, we shouldn't mess around with that guy. I'm gonna read Fogu to break line of sight of the Sod Trap. Okay, please kill the. Thank you. It used Damnation 3 times in a row. Yeah, it used Damnation 3 turns in a row. It's crazy. Like it just generated and it immediately started to do that. Monster Glaciate deals a lot of damage. Player Glaciate also used to deal a lot of damage. I feel like the damage is actually not exaggerated when monsters get Glaciate. Um, get me out of here. Okay, fortunately I'm very strong and I don't have any issues with those guys. I think I'm gonna rebrand my Evening Star just for funsies. Okay, that's not good. That's fine. You know, 6-3 used to have this weird thing that healed them whenever they took electric damage. It was super weird. I don't think they have that anymore. Okay, you fly, right? Yeah, you fly, which means no Noxious Bogu, no nothing actually. I can just like run away from you. Okay, so far so good. These guys are a joke. Alright, they are immune to fire, even though they are a joke. Okay, Pandemonium Lord number 2. Crystal Spear, Torment, and Mass Confusion. Okay, alright. How about no? Do I have haste? Okay, I ran out of haste. I have one blinking. It might not be a terrible idea for me to use it right now to not have to fight that guy. So I'm going to do that because those spells are really dangerous spells. Lost to strength from malmutation. Yeah, like I guess the game has been compensating for all those times where I didn't get any Pandemonium Lords in the Orb run, and I and a lot of people got unlucky with the channel point predictions, or so this time like I'm actually getting real Pandemonium Lords, like the serious kind of Pandemonium Lords. Okay. These guys are actually like, oh, they got nerfed. They used to have 3 dice of 43 fire breath. They got nerfed. They probably generate in hells now. That is the only reasonable explanation for the nerf. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Because these guys didn't generate on hells before. It was so weird how they literally say that they're burning from within with the fires of hell, and they didn't generate in hells a lot. Um, but yeah, I like Hierophants. They're a pretty cute kind of monster. It's a demon, but it's an elephant as well, and it doesn't have poison resistance. It's one of those few demons that don't have poison resistance. So, so yeah, and they used to have fire breath that was equivalent to orb of fire, bolt of fire, but not anymore. Apparently, they got nerfed for some reason. So yeah, that was my first. No, it was not my first game of Ignis in Trunk. It was the second one. I played two in the development branch, and I played one in Trunk that ended very early, and I played this one, and this one turned out to be a win. So I am very happy with what we got here today. Let's go ahead and inscribe my weapon. Let me step away from the stairs because I always typo like that. Twitch.tv slash 9 settler. Righty. So now we are ready to win the game. You have escaped. There we go. Pretty good. All right, can't complain about that. Took me 6 hours. It's a bit too long, but I guess it is a spellcaster at the end of the day. My first Cinder Acolyte, and it was an Ogre Cinder Acolyte. I knew that Ogre was gonna be a good fit for Cinder Acolyte because Ogres are pretty good, you know? I wonder what Cinder Acolyte I should play next. Are you on a streak? No, I'm not at the moment. I guess I have a streak of one if we take into account that I just won a game, so I guess theoretically I am on a streak of one, but I know that's not what you were asking. Um, so yeah, I am going to play more of this on Thursday. I'm gonna be back on Thursday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so there's no stream on Wednesdays. I see Uncle Lionel, who by the way renamed himself to Uncle Lionel on Twitch. He used to be Three Cats watching Top Gun, and now he is Uncle Lionel. You've never seen a necromancer before. How about one of those? I don't know about that because I personally don't like necromancers. Whenever I want necromancers, I play like a minotaur necromancer, and I just never cast a spell. Same goes when I for whenever I play Kiku. Like whenever I play Kiku, I try to be a character that doesn't need a god because I pretty much play atheist. I don't like those. But yeah, with that being said, I think I'm gonna see if anyone is streaming Crawl so we can rate them. Yesterday there was a someone that was actually playing Crawl. I was shocked to see that. Like a big streamer playing Crawl, 100 viewers or something like that. I guess not that big, but certainly much bigger than I am. Um, so yeah, there's no one playing Crawl except for me. Yep, no one but me. I think I'm just gonna end stream. Yeah, I'll be watching Uncle Lionel because he's gonna do a secret stream in like half an hour or something. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you on Thursday with more Crawl, maybe more Cinder Acolyte, or maybe more of something else. I still haven't decided what I want to play next, but it's very unlikely that it's gonna be a Necromancer because I just like don't enjoy it. Kind of like a cat, you know. Maybe I should play a cat Necromancer. So it's a combination of things that I do not enjoy. So yeah, I'm just gonna get out here and press the end stream button. Oh yeah, the thing. If you are watching and you're not following somehow, you should consider following. Following is sweet. It lets you know when I stream and that kind of stuff. But if you're already following, you should consider subscribing. It's fine if you don't want to or if you can't. But I would appreciate it if you do. Now we don't really have a subscriber goal, but I would still appreciate the support. It helps. You have yet to follow? You're not following? I can't believe that. Following 6 February 16, 2021. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna press the end stream button now. This is probably going to go to YouTube. Obviously not the part where I speak, but the character is going to go to YouTube. I have to crop it before the video on demand dies. So yeah. See you around and have a nice rest of your night. And I will see you on Thursday with more crawl. Bye.